Hi guys, so today I am going to do a quick Pilates exercise video for you. Over the last couple of weeks inside of the centre we've been working on hip mobilisation and I want you to be able to continue Pilates practice when you are at home. So this is something that you can do in your house, a very quick workout. I'm going to do some of the ones with you, but you can repeat as many times as you want, and the aim is to try and do something again next week so that you can still continue your Pilates practice. So I'll start off by showing you how to warm up the hip joint to begin with. I'm going to go talk about your posture as well. Get yourself a chair out for balance. It's really important. See now, we will not we'll be standing up in this movement. Hopefully you can see my full body in here. I'm going to start off with my legs hip width apart and my knees slightly soft. I'm going to ensure that I bring my pelvis into a neutral position and my shoulders back and my head is up as if it's sitting on a shelf. Now my head is above my heart, which is above my hips, which is my postural alignment for when I am standing up. I am making sure my pelvis is neutral, and at this point I should work on my centering. So I'm going to engage my abdominal muscles at the same time as engaging my pelvic floor, only slightly, around about 25%, which I know that's quite hard to do, but you should still be able to talk, you should still be able to breathe correctly, you're not holding yourself very tight. So holding onto the chair, we're going to start off with a warm-up, and we need to warm up the joint in the directions it can move and also in the ways that it moves. So firstly, we've got our flexion of the hip joint, so bringing our leg up. Then we have adduction of the hip joint, and then we've got extension of the hip joint, and then we've got rotational twists. So we're going to do both legs. Let's get started with the warm-up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and ready for adduction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and ready for extension. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, turn around and go on to the opposite side. And if you don't feel warmed up, you're welcome to repeat this as many times as you need to. The main aim is making sure that your joints are mobilised and that you can move them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and backwards. 1, 2. Really important, I'm keeping my back still as I do this, and all the movement is coming from the hip joint. And adduction. 1, 2, and that opposite knee is soft. I am not locking it out. 4, 5, and rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So usually in my class I do quite a few cycles of movement, but today I'm actually only going to do one cycle of movement because the moves are quite advanced movement and quite niggly movements to do. So I definitely don't want you to overwork their muscles. So what I want you to do, we're going to start off in that one leg, okay? Bring your legs into the center point, so we're not going hip width apart at this point. Bring your still in the correct alignment, so neutral pelvis, shoulders back and down, head above your heart. Obviously I can't do that because I'm speaking to you. So we are going to be doing our leg circle, and we're just going to do a small circle for this one time, but next week we'll start to add some larger circles into it. So we're going to do a small circle in lots of different directions, okay? But because we're doing a circle, we do also need to do it in the opposite direction, which means that we have quite a heavy workout to go ahead. Now I'm going to show you the movements, and I'm going to do the first set with you, but then I'm going to ask you to repeat those sets whilst you're pausing your video, and so that you can get a full workout in there, okay? So first movement that we're going to do, getting yourself in the correct alignment, what we've just talked about, abdominals engage and also engaging our pelvic floor, shoulders back and down. We're going to lengthen our leg. Make sure you point your toes as you lengthen your leg. You're going to bring it forward into flexion of the hip joint. We're going to then paint a picture, and I'll move further back so you can see. We're going to then paint a picture with our toe by going around in a circle. Okay, so very small circle, and imagining painting a picture of a circle on the floor with your toe. So that's the first movement. Now of course you go in one direction, but you will need to go the opposite direction the second time around, okay? We'll then go up to a hip, so I'll turn to the side again so you can see my movement. I'm going up, out to the side, and I'm going to go around and I'm going to go to the opposite side. Again, lengthening that toe. Remember, Pilates was a dancer's workout. We try to lengthen our joint, lengthen our muscles when we're doing that, okay? Then we're going to be going for extension of the hip joint, and we're going to go around. Now you can see I came out of alignment when I did that. What I want you to do is stand up straight. You want to lift your leg backwards. I lean forward automatically. We don't want to do that. We want to keep our leg behind us and lifting backwards, okay? So we are going to do 8 on each leg. We are going to go front and sideways one way, the other way the other way. Then we're going to do the hip movement and then the extension movement. So in total we're actually doing 16 all on one leg before we even get to the next movement. So it's quite a heavy workout, okay? So let me do the first cycle with you, then I'm going to end the video and I'll ask you to do it at home. Don't forget to do your stretches as well. Okay, ready? Point that toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I am going to bring my chair in front of me and I am going to go for a sideways position. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, hold on to the chair. Remember, don't lean forward, leg goes back. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so in total you're going to repeat that 3 times on this leg, okay? Now because it is quite a niggly workout, what I'd usually advise is between 20 to 30 seconds for a break in between each of those sets that you're doing. Stay on the same leg as always. That's something that I always teach in my class. And then at the end of your 3 times on this leg, go to the opposite side and then you'll have done a full workout. And you'll have just done circumduction of the hip. Next week, again, we will be doing circumduction of the hip. And I hope that you enjoy the workout. Please don't forget your stretches. We've went through plenty of them in our sessions. Hopefully that you feel okay to do them. But main point is that we are trying to stretch out the areas that have worked, which will be our hip flexors, our glutes, also our hamstrings and our quads, okay? So all the upper leg. Thanks very much and I'll see you next time.